Okay, here we are kicking off your Yu-Gi-Oh tutorial by talking about the types of monsters in the game, starting with your two basic monsters, normal monsters, and effect monsters. Now, normal monsters are a dark yellow, effect monsters are a dark orange. With normal monsters, what you see is what you get, attack and defense. With effect monsters, they have attack and defense, and they have a special ability. Some special abilities are better than others. It all depends on the type of deck you're running and how they flow with the deck. You have to familiarize yourself with these monsters, and which is best for your deck. Okay. Next is a flip effect monster. And the reason why he's a flip effect monster is because right at the beginning of his effect, it says flip in bold letters. And what this means is when the monster is flipped, either by battle or you flip summon him, he gains his effect. And I'll talk more about these guys when I talk about the battle phase and flip summoning and stuff. So, moving on. Tuner monsters. As you'll notice with the first two, we have a normal one and an effect one. Normal one, again, what you see is what you get. And the effect one has a special ability. Some effect tuner monsters have better abilities than others. You'll have to familiarize yourself with them and how they work in your deck. Also, you'll need them in order to run synchro monsters, which I'll talk about later. Alright, now for the tricky card in the game. Gemini monster. This card is both a normal monster and an effect monster at the same time. Notice the dark orange. As I said, it's a tricky card. I'll explain more about it later. So, moving right along. Alright. Blue monster. Ritual monsters. These monsters are not commonly played anymore, but if you want to play them, they're part of your 40 card deck, and with these monsters you'll have to squeeze in the spell card in order to run them, because you cannot summon these without this. So it takes up deck space, which is why a lot of people don't run them anymore. Anyways, I'll explain more about them later. Okay. Purple monster. Fusion monsters. They do not go in your 40 card deck. These monsters go in your extra deck, which is located in the bottom left of your playmat. And these monsters usually require specific monsters in order to put them together. Sometimes it's 2, sometimes it's more. But these guys, like the ritual monsters, usually require a magic card as well. So, yeah. Now, last but not least, synchro monsters. These are the newest kids on the block. They're very picky to put together, and they require a tuner monster, which I was talking about earlier, in order to make them. These monsters also go in the bottom left of your playmat in the extra deck zone. They are not a part of your 40 card deck. Some are more difficult to put together than others, and I'll explain more about them as well as the other monsters later on. Alright, and that concludes the monsters in the game. Hope it was informative.